Our house was small, but the world we inhabited was infinite. Every Saturday, we made the pilgrimage to the local library. We hauled stacks of books to the checkout counter, our arms burning under the weight of paper and ink. By the next weekend, those shelves stood bare again. I spent those days cross-legged on the floor, dust motes dancing in the sunbeams, while I traveled through time and space. I lived in thousands of galaxies, past and future, constructing intricate architectures within my mind. Each page acted as a blueprint for a reality I could see with startling clarity. I could feel the cold wind of alien planets and hear the gears of forgotten machines. But later, when I watched film adaptations of those same stories, a strange disconnect emerged. The screen felt flat, the colors seemed muted, the world on the display was smaller, tighter, and far less vibrant than the one I had constructed behind my own eyes. That gap, the distance between imagining a living reality and viewing a static projection, is where the story truly begins. That same disconnect defines the current frontier of artificial intelligence. Large language models have ingested the sum of human writing, yet they remain untethered from the world we inhabit. They lack a physical understanding of reality. When an LLM discusses gravity, it is not describing the pull of the Earth or the resistance of an object falling. It is simply citing the frequency of a word in a vast dataset. They are master statisticians, predicting the next token based on probability, not experience. They draft our emails and summarize our contracts with ease, yet they fail when the physical laws of our world intervene. If you ask a model to navigate a room, it does not calculate the friction of the floor or the weight of a door. It predicts the most likely sentence to follow your prompt. It is a projection of text, not a simulation of being. They are trapped in a loop of syntax, perpetually guessing what comes next without ever knowing why it happens. The gap between the word and the world remains uncrossed. Enter the world model, the simulator. Unlike a model that merely predicts the next word, the world model predicts the next state. It processes sensory streams, physical constraints, and cause and effect relationships to build an internal simulation of reality. Imagine an agent that stops before it acts, running thousands of what-if scenarios in its head. It tests potential outcomes against the laws of physics before committing to a single movement. If a ball rolls toward a ledge, the model does not just predict the word fall, it calculates the trajectory, the momentum, and the impact of the terrain. It understands that if the barrier is removed, the object will traverse the gap. This is the difference between a mirror and a lens. The mirror reflects the text it has seen, while the lens focuses on the mechanics of the environment. It treats the world as a system of variables that react to one another in real time. By mapping these interactions, the model gains a grasp on the physical logic that governs our existence. It is no longer just guessing the next token. It is simulating the next moment. LLMs remain our engines for knowledge work. They draft our emails and summarize our contracts with precision, but they falter the moment the physics of a Boeing 747 do not align with their training data. Imagine the machine attempting to calculate the structural stress on a wing or the fuel consumption against variable headwinds. It cannot simulate the mass or the aerodynamics. It can only regurgitate descriptions of flight. This is the breaking point. If the model does not understand the weight of the steel or the drag of the atmosphere, it cannot safely navigate the sky. World models are the antidote to this failure. They are the engines for robotics and true autonomy. They are undeniably data-hungry and demand massive computational power to process the flux of reality. Yet, they possess the causal reasoning that LLMs lack. A self-driving car in a storm cannot rely on word probability to avoid a collision. It must predict the trajectory of every moving object in real time. It must feel the slickness of the road and the momentum of the turn. These models are essential for survival in a physical world where mistakes carry real consequences. They are the bridge between knowing the word for flight and mastering the mechanics of the machine. The future of enterprise AI lies in the convergence of these two paradigms. We are moving toward hybrid systems, agents that speak with the linguistic fluency of an LLM while navigating the physical world with the causal grounding of a world model. The question is not which is better, but which tool serves the task. Use LLMs to automate the knowledge work of today, and leverage world models to build the autonomous systems of tomorrow. The machines that describe our world have walked, so that the machines capable of understanding it can finally run. We are no longer limited to observing the world through a static projection. We are building the architecture for agents that can think, perceive, and act within the infinite complexity of our reality.